We're just kind of hanging out now.
And we're live.
Oh, what up?
All right.
I didn't know
And
we were
that
gonna
needs
go
to be
live.
muted.
I wasn't ready.
You weren't ready? You mean the countdown was not obvious enough?
Yeah, it was not long enough.
Oh my god.
Whoa. Slow it down.
Mike, go put your pants on.
Oh my god. Have y'all done your taxes this year yet?
Oh, yeah.
I'm doing mine tomorrow. Ugh.
Guys,
I got mine done in February.
I usually am that person that has filed them before like the IRS is accepting them. Like that's usually me. No. Not this year.
Calm down, lady.
You're waiting?
I know, and this year I'm like, ugh, I don't even want to touch it. I don't want to mess with it, but it's on the list. I'm glad we had an extension because like I haven't had time to mess with anything.
They're probably going to push it back again, knowing how things went last year.
I mean,
I gotta go in tomorrow, and I'm like super stressing about it too.
are you going to a CPA?
Yeah, I've got a
Oh, yeah.
CPA. So.
I need to find one, and I just feel like I've always done our own, and I'm like pretty smart with that stuff. Like I'm book smart, nerdy kind of smart. But I mean, obviously not tech smart. We talked about this, but when it comes to like fact, but like I get to this point, and I'm like, I just want to keep delaying and putting it off because I don't want to do it. I just don't want to.
Yeah, usually I'm pretty on the ball with it. Last year I was a little delayed. I mean, obviously things were weird last year with COVID.
I think everybody was in that position.
Daniel
but, see,
Langley in the chat is saying the sound is off.
Oh, dang it.
no.
Let me fix it. Sorry.
Guys, that's like something I would do.
Yeah, sorry.
This is
We're
our
so
first time.
focused on
We've actually-
the
Trying to
We've actually
actually
never done
hear
this
me?
show before.
so focused
Our
on
first
yours, I
episode.
forgot about our audio. All right, guys,
God, that's
we
so
should be
funny.
good now.
Woohoo!
Let me know
We're so
if-
excited to have you on our first episode, Sarah. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
I'm so glad to come. I didn't know I was the premiere. Jesus.
Yeah, it's
Awesome.
our first ever.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, sorry about that.
Mike
Hey,
froze.
and
Look
we're
at that froze.
live.
Look at that frozen mic.
Take two.
I know. I
Oh.
feel like bad because I just realized my background's super messy. Because
Oh,
like
please.
this desk, I just moved in, but I haven't like everything's not
All
away.
good.
Why do
I
you
have
think
a
Mike
mess
has a
behind me.
virtual background?
That's really smart.
By the way,
like
I
I feel like that
love-
was a good call.
I love the fact that Mike made fun of me, and in laughing at my IT side, he froze and he doesn't work now.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
It's a great pose for him too.
Yeah, I mean, if he's gonna
I
freeze,
know.
I'm like,
I feel like we could get like a really good view up those nostrils and everything.
oh yeah.
Yeah, super
Oh.
cute.
Now don't
I have
mind me.
friends that will screen cap my stories because you know I'm
got it.
super weirdly expressive, and so you'll get that shot where I'm like, "Nyeh," and they'll like make sure to send it to me and give me crap about it, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm awkward. Fact, you know what I mean?
No, that's we welcome that. We are very.
That's not
awkward.
new information, y'all.
Awkward is good.
Right?
As long as
We
you don't
just-
sit there quietly.
Our motto is we try our best. I have to wear the shirt of the podcast I'm on and have a cup with my name on it. Otherwise, I'm a lost cause.
I have just tea because that's how I roll here in Texas. Yeah, I
Tea.
actually have
Sweet
my
tea?
wood shop shirt. I have my shirt on. I mean,
Nice.
I don't have the podcast shirt, but I have mine.
Is that sweet tea?
It's actually unsweet tea, believe it or not. I go through phases. Like Texas, sweet tea is like water, basically. But every once in a while, I go through a phase where I just don't want anything sweet, but I still want tea. It's really weird, right? It
Yep.
is kind of weird.
It's tea's got a flavor. It's like, I mean,
You just get used to it, right?
I
bitter
thought it was
tea
a
is
law
like
down
coffee.
there. I thought it was a law down there that you had to drink sweet tea.
Oh, I mean, it is.
It's like
but
on the
also,
books.
I don't want diabetes. You know what I mean? So like, it's
I don't want
catch-22,
diabetes.
right?
Diabetes.
I know nobody wants that, right? No, I drink so much tea that like if I drink nothing, and I do love sweet tea, but I can't drink it straight like all the time. I do half and half a lot.
I was just always shocked at like in the South in a lot of households like that's just it's always stocked.
Yeah.
It's always in the house.
Always.
Not even stocked. Like they make it.
Yeah,
sweet
yeah.
tea.
No, I mean I make sweet tea every day basically.
I had
it's
family
like a
from-
situation.
I had family from Oklahoma, and yeah, they always had it in their fridge, like big jugs of it.
Yeah,
You
you
go
have
through
to.
like it every couple days. It's like, oh
Yeah,
my
and you
God.
get dispensers and everything because if you're like me, you're like, let's keep this simple and reduce it, and then it's always leaking. It's really a situation. I use that for a laundry detergent too.
All right, let's
Tea?
see.
No dispenser, like the little nozzles. But you know what I did that was really smart and fixed the leaking on. I didn't do it on tea because like I don't want to take chemicals in my body kind of deal, right? But like I put like a ring of silicone like caulking, and then when I tightened on the nozzle because it would leak every time, has not leaked yet, and I feel like really proud of myself for thinking of that.
It's actually not a bad idea. I feel like I know exactly what you're talking about. The
Right?
tea dispenser that everyone has for. We got one for our wedding because we're like, we're gonna host now after this is all over.
Yeah.
And it's definitely in a storage unit waiting.
I feel
to move
like
into the new house.
we should have why don't they have better gaskets on stuff like that, right? Like
cheap stuff.
I feel like that would have been the obvious thing, and so I just improvised.
Mike, you good? Can't hear you, bud.
Oh my God,
I'm muted. Let me do my
You
dramatic.
opened your mouth.
intro.
You made me yawn.
I'm sorry.
Mike, I just love that you were
No,
laughing
I have to
at
hear this.
my
Come on.
audio issue, and then you just, as you laughed,
You froze like this.
froze.
It was pretty funny. It was pretty
Sounds
funny.
great. I wish I could have joined you guys, but the I don't know what happened. All the internet was up. My computer just disconnected. I don't know. Anyway, we're here.
Anyways,
We made it.
Yeah, it happens.
Whatever.
You gotta love internet, right?
it's just
It's the best.
coming out of your.
It only
That's fine.
only has issues when we're doing the show.
Oh yeah, well
Always.
that or when you're on like an
100%.
important call or something.
Right.
Like it never fails that you're like, this is so embarrassing. I swear I have really good Wi-Fi, but it's just not cooperating. That or when I
Yeah.
have something important I need to print on the Glowforge, that's when it'll go down.
I promise I'm not a hobo.
Right? Like I spend $120 a month in internet. Like I promise it's not the cheap
wish.
stuff even, which is ridiculous that
Good.
it's that expensive, but
It's the good Colombian
It's
stuff.
The good
basically, right?
pure
It's like-
uncut Colombian
yeah.
internet.
Pure uncut Colombian
Yeah.
internet.
It's like cigars imported from Cuba, right? Like it's the
I
real
think-
stuff.
The real.
Can I make that
Oh,
the extra code phrase?
Yeah, why not pure uncut Colombian?
Uncut Colombian
Uncut
internet.
Colombian internet. Send that
Right.
to us in an email at awpgiveaway@gmail.com, and that'll be your extra code phrase for your this week's Macbeth Hardwood giveaway.
Macbeth.
Words are hard.
Dude, that's so awesome.
yeah, Dan-
okay, so
Dan
what's
has
the
it.
giveaway? I don't even know what's the giveaway. How did I miss it?
I haven't. Hold on, I got it. It's a.
Dan doesn't even know. He's our
Japanese
giveaway
saw.
guy. Oh yeah, Japanese pole saw.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. That's a good one.
Yeah.
it
It's
is.
every week, surprisingly. I
The
don't know why they keep supporting us.
the Tajima Japanese pole saw JPR.
What did you
set.
call me?
It's a-
Japanese.
I'm not saying it again because I probably can't.
You're like, I don't
$50
want to
value.
Just pretend I didn't.
Yeah, pure uncut Colombian saw.
That's so good.
Uncut is the company.
What?
Yeah. No, I have a couple of pole saws, but I've always had like mixed luck with it, so I'm gonna have to check that out.
Those are very nice to have. I have a couple of them too.
I love my pole
Yeah,
saw.
I mean it's a very
Yeah, they're
necessary
clutch.
thing.
If it
It's like
ever,
a flush cut saw. Like, are those not life changing, right?
Yeah,
Great.
that's basically what I
anytime
use
I go
my Japanese saw for most of the
if
time.
mine
is for
ever
a
gets
flush cut.
stuck and it like does a little bend for a second,
I know.
my heart stops every time.
Yeah. See, that's why I didn't buy one as good as y'all's, right? Like I have I can't remember what brand it is. It's a lot of people have it. I got it on Amazon. It wasn't like cheap, but it wasn't like, but I have a really
Suzanne?
good dovetail saw that's beautiful too. Even though
got
I got
myself
the
a nice dovetail saw.
I got the
and I've cut
Suzanne one,
5.
and that one's pretty.
Suzanne?
pretty good. Suzanne makes
that's
the
what I
best
think
ones.
I have. It's not like ultra high end, but it's a really good saw
It's nice
for like
for,
the price.
for the
Suzanne's are good.
cost.
Yeah,
fantastic.
that's
They're
what
solid.
I said, right? But I still do kind of have a heart attack every time it bends.
You guys will never guess where I got my Japanese pole saws.
Oh.
Menards for sure.
Menards!
What? We don't have Menards down here.
Shame.
Neither do we.
Oh.
Shame.
It's great.
Real bummer.
It's great.
So what
Great.
what do you have around you? What's your
Lowe's,
availability?
Home Depot, and then we have some like independently owned places. Like there's a hardware store called Circle S Hardware that's not too far from me.
That sounds good. Circle S. I like that.
Yeah,
I want to
it's-
shop. at
yeah.
Circle
I
S.
never really. I should ask them where the name came from. Like I feel like it's relevant.
They
at this
they
point.
ripped off their name from Circle K.
Wait, you
Right,
sure
right.
it's Circle S? You sure it's not just circles?
No, it's like circle and then an S,
Okay.
and then their logo is a circle with an S in it.
How do you
Very
know the
original
circle
stuff.
isn't an O?
You know, that's a good question. I don't know.
OS.
I'm gonna find out. I feel like I'll have to ask.
Wait, is
and
it
then-
Or a
actually
zero.
shape or is it written out?
No, it's like so. It's got like circle S, and then and then it'll say hardware, right? And it's kind of like in the like an oval shape, and then in the middle is like a circle with an S in it. That's their logo. I'll take a
Is this
picture
still
for
being
you. I'll send
argued?
it to you.
Yes.
I feel like now I need to drive by tomorrow.
We must know.
Yeah, we need to understand this. But we have like a Tractor Supply close to us, and a couple other places that kind of tend to have everything, and a feed
Tractor
store.
Supply, yes.
Yeah, and we have like 10 different feed stores for like horses and stuff, but they have like every outdoor product you could ever need, and all
See,
the good stuff. all
Tractor
the hard-
Supply always makes me think of like what are the two Canadian ones? Canadian Tire and then
Yeah.
something
And they sell
else.
everything.
and it's like
I have no idea.
Canada Auto is the other one.
I've
Yeah,
never been to
yeah.
Canada. Is that weird?
We no, but we had Vic from Stump Shop on, and he gave us all the breakdown on all the.
Cool. I feel like I want to go to Canada just to experience their hardware stores.
Yep.
Right.
What's funny
Right.
is when I went back to
And Tim Hortons.
when I go back home
Yeah,
to Poland
yes.
or to Denmark, they have OBI, and it's just legit Home Depot. It's orange. It's the same like type, but it's just OBI in all caps.
Are you sure it's not Circle BI?
Got me there.
Nice. Well played.
Nice callback.
That was
You're
a good
a
one.
dude.
I
Dan,
liked
right?
it. Liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Dan, is that the guy?
I know. Actually, I really like your logo. I always mean to tell you that, but I think it's really dope.
Who, me?
Yeah,
Gracias.
So
I think it's really cool. I don't know why specifically.
Made
but,
it
like,
myself.
It's like visually really cool.
Yep. He couldn't find a caps lock, so that's what he went with.
Well, I mean, I feel you. Sometimes, you just got to do what you got to do. My first logo I made like on one of those apps that you just download on your phone. And I mean, it's so lame, right? Like, whatever. And then when I got mine redesigned, I had a friend of mine in marketing do it. And I was like, oh my God. Like, they totally blew me away with it.
Dan,
I like
did you have
minimalist
yours
stuff.
made, or you
No, I
made
did it.
yours? And
Yeah, I found a font that looked cool when you put the letters like that. I really like
Yeah.
the W's.
I like the
And
W.
then I just put them in a box, and I was just playing around with it and came up with
It's
this.
neat though. Like,
like
there's
it.
something about it that like,
It's
I keep looking, I'm
minimalistic and
staring
yet
at it. I'm not trying to
recognizable.
like, objectify you or make you uncomfortable, but I'm just staring at
that's-
your logo.
That's
hey,
fine.
his eyes are up
Dan
here.
loves being objectified.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm so inappropriate.
You really took it. We didn't think you'd do this on the show, Sarah. This is too
Oh,
much.
well, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I've been kicked off already.
These
How
guys
far
were
are we
telling me
in?
I had to behave myself because there was a lady coming on. I'm like,
Oh, yeah. I've got quite a sense of humor. As long as people are like
Good.
respectful to me, I'm the first one to make jokes. You know what I mean?
Oh, so Mike, behave.
Uh-oh.
Be try. And sorry, I'm having dinner. I was running way behind. I'm
That's
like
fine.
eating a sandwich right now.
Oh,
Don't
what
judge.
kind of sandwich is it? That's the real question.
peanut butter and
Turkey
jelly.
and,
Dude,
turkey
I
and
love-
salami on sourdough.
Ooh,
That sounds good.
sourdough, best bread.
Yeah. I like the funky oat ones that are like covered in oats on the outside and they're like
Same.
super like grainy and like weird. And
Me too.
nobody else in my house does.
We get Dave's bread. Oh my God, I love that stuff. I don't know
Who's
if anyone knows
Dave?
what Dave's bread is. Doesn't matter.
the
It's
hell's
incredible.
That means
Sorry,
nothing
I'm
to
laughing
me.
at Henry in the chat.
Oh,
Okay, I can't see the chat. What are people
Oh.
saying?
very nice things.
Oh, good. No.
No, yeah, I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. I was like,
if
is that
you-
sarcastic? I
They're
feel
making
like
fun of my
All
pants.
good. If you go to youtube.com,
Can you see your pants?
there's a second
no.
live feed of his bottom only.
Yeah. There's a,
Nice.
that's how we get
AWP under
patrons.
desk. Right. Yeah, that's
Oh
how.
my God.
But yeah, if you just go to the YouTube channel, you should see that we're live, and then if you join it, there's a chat on the right side.
Okay, I'm gonna look at this right now. I keep getting asked every time I go into like my YouTube, it'll be like, do you want to join the subscription thing? You
Free
know,
trial?
And I'm like, no, quit asking me. Like I've said no 100 times in the last year. The
Take a
answer is
freaking
no.
hit, YouTube.
You don't give up.
God,
I have considered it. I have actually considered it with the amount of YouTube
Yeah,
I
see,
watch over.
you've considered
TV.
it because they keep bombarding you. That's their
Exactly.
plan.
Yeah. So
how
here's
they
the
get
thing.
ya.
I'm like the opposite, right? Like I feel like I don't watch as much on YouTube now, which is kind of a bummer because I used to love watching it. But now it's TikTok and all that other stuff that's like so funny that you just can't stop watching. And that, oh, wow,
TikTok
that
is crack.
it's so crazy, right? Like but
Mm-hmm.
it's funny. TikTok is like the weirdest social media platform as like a creator because like I'll have stuff do phenomenal and then nothing, like 7 views or something. And there's no rhyme or reason to it, has nothing to do with the time. I could use I could repost the same video that did well and it would bomb. I don't get it.
I posted
I've
the
given
same
up.
video today on IG and TikTok, and my IG video had like 20,000 views in like 3 hours, and my TikTok video right now is sitting at probably under 1,000, and that was like 10 hours ago.
Okay, so I feel oddly better knowing that because like I get kind of frustrated by it because I'm like, I mean, I like the platform, it's fun, but I'm also like, I'm not gonna keep wasting my time.
It's
Right.
fun. And like
Right.
over the summer last year, it was really fun. Like the growth was solid. Views
Oh,
were
it was
solid.
Good last
And
summer.
then I got on with like their the campaign they were running. They had me on. They had like Dan was doing part of it for a bit. After that, just tanked. I don't know what they did with the algorithm, but I would get like hundreds of thousands of views. Growth
Okay.
was crazy, and now I'll get like 400 views.
So they asked me to do
not
that
worth my time.
twice in a row, and I said no. And I think that was when it really. But see, I couldn't at the time. It had to do with just timing of it. That I was just really busy, and I
They
didn't want
want
to
a lot.
feel. Yeah, and it was a lot of posts and stuff, and I knew it would be good for the audience growth. But I also kind of felt like I don't know, I'm like, I'd rather it just be organic, you know. And that for that specific campaign, it just felt like a little weird. And then now I'm kind of like, yep, should have done it.
Yeah, it's good money. It's just a lot of.
It was a lot of work.
It's just, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, maybe y'all got a better offer than me.
Eh,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Mike got paid okay.
Really?
I never finished, so
You didn't finish it?
no. I just
Poor
I couldn't-
Kayla.
Why?
I tried, and then I was like, I can't commit to this. I got to do other things.
My God, it was hard. I mean, I feel like I just looked at the deliverables and I was like, I can't right now. I got too much
It's a
stuff.
lot.
going on.
It was a lot at the time.
I
It
never
was
signed
fine
up
at the
for
time,
it.
it
I
was good.
was just like, nah, that's
Yeah.
not worth it. At the time
It's
too, I was
weird,
working
though.
another job too, and I was like, oh, I can't do this on top of that.
So do you feel like from an influencer standpoint, like TikTok, do you feel like it has marketable value? Because I feel like I've had this conversation with so many people and I love hearing their perspective on it.
It definitely has some, yeah. I think
Yeah,
so.
for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
It
you
does.
never know what's gonna blow up. It could be throwing a pencil. It could be very, a very.
See, that's
big
what I
video
think
that
is
you put a
hard
lot of
for
work
brands to get behind though, right? Is like that it's not, nobody's really figured out. I mean, not the game, that's not the right way to say it, but like there's no way to know what's going to do good and what's not. Like at least with Instagram, your audience is somewhat consistent, right? Like
Yeah.
you know what
Yeah.
they're here to see.
Right.
So I don't think there's a base over there like there is on Instagram. Like there isn't
Yeah.
the woodworking DIY base. It's random people. So
Right.
if you don't hit the viral like itch, like
Yeah,
for
that's
sure,
that's
they're not
hard.
going to care. They're
Yeah,
not
I
gonna care
feel like
'cause
it's weird because like I had a video get like, I don't know, 2 million views and it was like the cheesiest video. I'll have to send it to you guys. It was really funny. It was a great video, but it was also like, why is a video of like a container filling up with a stable additive? Like it was just showing the dispenser. It got like 2 million views.
They never make sense.
It never makes any sense. I mean, it was a great video, but it was also like, really? Like,
It was
That's the
fire,
one you-
but
you
why did that one
Clinged
take
onto?
off?
like why? I mean, good video, just like, okay. Like, and it didn't do that well on Instagram, which was even weirder because it was like normally like we were talking, that's the opposite.
I never have the same video do good on both platforms.
Yeah,
It's either one or the
weird,
other.
right? I think
they're
I'm just
totally
not
different
good at being
audiences.
quick enough too, right?
Yeah, and it also boggles my mind. Like I have 38 or 39,000 followers over on TikTok, and
Right.
some videos will only get like a couple hundred views,
Yeah, that's
1,000
weird.
views. Like
I only
Come
have
on.
like 18,000 or something, but I feel
Yeah.
like it's not as consistent with it.
it's nuts.
Sorry,
It's weird,
I'm
it's
laughing
weird.
because I got called out by Lee. I told him I'd text him next time we changed the time, and then we changed it by like 3 days.
Oh my God.
And he just sent me screenshots. He's like, I'm just gonna leave these here.
And anyone who's
32 people in
Easter
here.
egg in the live stream. What the hell is an
I
Easter egg?
thought we were gonna have a smaller crowd because it's Tuesday,
I did too.
but we're doing
Yeah,
okay.
Tuesday.
Tuesday
people.
for sure. This is a
We usually average between like
I'm gonna go
40
get
and
another
60
drink.
people. It's pretty nice. It's a good crowd in here. We ask some questions. We BS.
yeah. It's just us setting up the pod. Nothing. It's real loosey goosey for this. We just do this for like an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, and then we get into the podcast, and it's just fun.
Dude, I'm catching up on all the comments. I'm laughing.
It's a good crowd.
Oh, I'm still on top chat, not live chat.
Oh man,
Whoops.
it gets rowdy in there too sometimes.
Oh no, that's awesome.
There was
I
one
never
episode-
do live streams on Instagram. Do you guys ever do those?
Oh, we do a bunch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm like really. I mean,
love
I don't.
it.
It's not intentional. It's just like, and I don't know why. Because like, let's be real. Sometimes my stories are like, really, are we really gonna have 37 frames about a water softener? Like, I mean, I did like 15 frames yesterday.
I might be looking into that, so I'd love to hear about it.
Yeah, well, so it's, I mean, to me, I'm like, people that find that stuff interesting, it's very interesting, but it's also like, are we seriously still talking? Like, I get annoyed with myself. Like, I'm like, why? Like,
But it's what's going on in your life, and that's what you're sharing.
I mean,
People want to know.
that's what I always think. Like, I didn't really post much today because it was kind of one of those days where I spent most of the day behind the computer. It wasn't very interesting. And I feel weird just saying that. Like, yeah, I didn't really do much today, y'all. I just like worked.
It's still something.
The administrative side of it, though, that's not fun. You know, like I
No.
dread it. I have to like really psych
Definitely
myself
not.
up. Yeah, right. Like I have to tell myself, like, if you don't do this today, no shop time till you get your stuff done. So I have to like threaten myself with it. I know I'm hardcore, you guys.
I don't do that.
You don't?
If you don't do this today, you're gonna have to do it tomorrow. Jump.
Yeah.
Dan's the other way. He goes, I'm gonna do it after this nap.
No. See, okay. Are you guys nappers too? Was that what I'm understanding?
Dan
Oh
is.
my God. I can't even remember.
I
last
wish
time
I could
took a
nap.
Me and Mike don't sleep. Mike and I don't
Yeah,
sleep.
that's me.
I can't function on less than 12 hours of sleep a night. Just not.
What?
I know, right?
It's spread out over the course of the day.
I mean,
That's my response every day, Sarah.
what? Like if I get like 6 or 7 hours, I'm fine. But I should never get less than that for more than a day or two in a row.
Oh yeah, I crash. That's when I take a nap. Is like day
And
3 or 4. I
See, but
black
I
out.
can't sleep when the sun is out. Like mentally, I can't do it.
It's the best time.
Dan's
Oh,
like
the
a
sun's
cat.
out. Oh, it's
He
a
lays with
beautiful
his
day.
belly in the sun.
I'm dying.
Yeah, me and
Like, my
Paco just chill.
I'm trying to
get up
trying to
on there.
understand like how I would tell my children, guys, I'm gonna go take a nap. Fend for yourself. Like I wonder how that would go down.
Ask Dan for tips.
My kids are in
I
school. It doesn't
I
matter.
feel like you need to teach me your ways. I don't even
Send
know.
your kids to school.
Well, they do go. Yeah, that's true. Well, that's a good point. They do go to school,
Dan is
Well,
part
there you
cat.
go.
Yep, Emma's right.
but that's when I work.
See, I
also
like
part
I'll be up. Like Mike will text me at like 2:30 in the morning. Like, Pete, have you ever tried doing this or? Did we do this part?
I put
And
my
I'm
phone
responding.
in absolutely like do not disturb mode now because of these
Okay,
two.
turns out.
Really?
Yeah.
Because well,
I'm
Mike's in California.
One of my
I'm in
one of my
Jersey.
family members is gonna die in the middle of the night, and I'm not gonna know because I had to put my phone in do
Oh
not
my
disturb
God.
because of these
Blame
days.
us.
Okay, way to project.
Drama
Come on.
queen.
You're like, okay, that's enough. No, I mean, I'm jealous thinking about it because like I can't remember the last time I took a nap. I think I was sick. I think it was when I had COVID, right? Like that was the last time I took a nap.
Oof.
In the chat, Emma said I'm part cat, and then Devin Cheney or Chevin.
Chevin Daney.
Cheney.
Jevin Cheney.
Nice.
Chevin Daney. Said, is that why he licks himself?
Oh my God. You're like, wow, that's interesting.
Very interesting.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, you should know that. So when one of us says interesting, it usually means. Nah.
Not interesting.
And
Something
then-
we learned from Paul Jackman.
And then if
Oh yeah.
if Mike says for sure, he hasn't heard a word you said.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
No. That seems like about right. Everybody's got a phrase. I'm trying to think what
Right,
I
right.
say when I'm not really listening.
We got called out on both of those, and we're like, oh yeah, that's a thing.
Thanks.
You're like, that's a good point.
Apparently, we did it a lot.
That's so
Whoops.
funny.
You
I'm
figured me
dying.
out.
But as far as like
Tyler
the
did-
naps and
oh.
everything, like it's a little hard because we're in 3 different time zones, so we're all over. Like Mike's
I
in
actually
Cali,
did
so
take a nap last week, but it was unintentional.
You were sick.
and I got it's because I got my COVID shot, and my wife accidentally
Oh.
gave me Tylenol PN instead of Tylenol.
Accidentally.
That'll do
And I-
it.
Accident.
I was
That'll
at
do
work.
it.
I was at my desk, and I'm like,
Oh,
Maybe you're just being
And
a
I'm starting
baby
to fall
about
off.
it.
I'm
It's
like,
gonna
"Oh,
shut
your
you
neck,
up."
dude.
yeah, I've got a door. And I like start. I hop in my truck to go home, which is a bad idea because I'm about to fall asleep from Tylenol
Oh
PM in
my
my system.
God.
I get home and I walk in the door and I just fall on the ground and I go to sleep literally on the rug. And my wife comes home and she's like, Mike. I'm like, oh no, what's happening? I don't even know
My
how I got there.
God.
Like, she's
I
like,
can't even
I think
imagine
I gave you
if
the
I
wrong
like walked in
Tylenol.
and that was like passed out on the ground.
I gotta say, it's a
I'd
nice.
be like,
It's a
dude,
nice
are you
rug.
okay?
It's a very shaggy
what?
rug.
My rug is it's a very nice rug.
It's a nice rug.
What I only see the slab behind you. I don't see such a rug.
Oh, this is
Proof or
it's
it
right-
didn't happen. I'm just kidding.
go pull the rug upstairs and show it to
Yeah,
the
I'll bring it
camera.
up.
Right?
It's like a 15 by 20 foot rug. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I'll send
like
pictures and tag
full
everyone.
okay.
shag.
I feel like I want to see it. Like we need to understand what's going on
You're
here.
right. He's lying.
I will.
Hey, let's pick a winner for the giveaway from last week,
Yeah.
shall we?
Do it.
Do it.
All right, we had 90
That
entries.
was a good automation sound.
You like that?
I know, right? That was really good. You know what it reminds me of is on Christmas Vacation when the countdown as he goes to start the Christmas lights. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like, and then it just
All right. Generate number 48. And I can guarantee it's not going to be John Grubb.
It's John Grubb.
It's Adam Knapp. Adam Knapp, congratulations. You won the Amana bits, the roundover and the chamfer
Chamfer.
Amana
oh,
bits.
nice.
Chamfer?
Congratulations.
Chamfer?
Chamfer.
Sarah,
That's what I say.
chamfer or chamfer? Go.
Chamfer is what I say.
It's a CH, right?
You're right.
Yeah.
It's chamfer.
But I mean, let's be real. Like the English language makes no sense when it comes to, especially words like that. Because like it
especially
could
when
be,
you come from Poland.
yeah.
Hey, hey, don't hold it against me.
No.
You really
I don't
come
think I'm
from
gonna hold
Poland?
against this.
Yeah, born and raised.
No freaking way, dude. That's kind of cool. I didn't know that.
In Poland is where I spent most of my
A
days.
little cool.
Oh,
Chilling and maxing, relaxing, all cool. Going to Polish school.
Oh God.
oh my god.
Fresh Prince of Poland.
Oh my
Prince
god.
of Poland. Actually,
That's a
Dude,
show title.
That's
got-
legit right
I
there.
got stickers from Rusty, and it said the Polish general on them.
Oh my God.
Mine said the math guy.
The Fresh Prince of Poland. The math guy.
So I'm laughing because like I feel bad that like I've literally only ever lived in Texas.
It's okay. I hear.
I
It's
mean,
nice.
and I live like 30 miles from where I was like basically born,
It's not.
and it's
Story
really
of my
not.
life. Except
I
not
mean-
Texas.
Yeah, Dan, it's Nebraska, so
I
it's just more corn.
was born in Iowa, but I live in Nebraska now, but it's only 15 miles apart.
Oh my god. That's kind of weird. Like in Texas, there's no like cities that are that close. Like I think to get to the closest city, I want to say what Dallas is like 180 miles or something.
Ooh.
Good lord.
Wait, how far from like
Show title: Fresh Prince
stores?
of Poland.
Fresh Prince
I
of
know, I'm
Poland.
trying to write it down.
How far from like stores and the city are you from? Like, are you away?
Well, I live in a neighborhood. I mean, I live like in a neighborhood. Like I'm close to like neighbors, right? But we also have like, I mean, most stores like within, I don't know, 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And then
so
we actually have a mall within like 20 minutes. But see, where I live on the border of the small town in the area, if you will, and the newest like development, right? So like I'm on the cusp. So we get all the benefits of like having no road noise and having property, but we also are close to everything. Like Whataburger's 8 minutes from me.
What a what?
Whataburger.
Whataburger.
What a what?
Whataburger, that's how you say it. And it's better than In-N-Out and Fight Me.
I won't.
Fight Me.
Okay, I haven't
I've
had
had
it.
In and
I'm
Out.
kidding.
I would probably agree.
It's
I
so
am in
good.
California, and I would agree. I think In-N-Out gets way blown out of proportion.
Thank
especially
you.
for
It's
Californians.
fine. It's
Thank
not
you.
great. It's just,
That's
it's
how I
just fine.
feel.
I always
like,
have
it's
to have it when I'm
fine.
there.
We
but
went
it's
and
like,
we went and visited Mike in Cali last fall, and we went.
Oh, that
we
is
went
right.
and
You
had-
live in California. That's nice.
We went and had In and Out, and
Is it?
It was okay-ish. I
Mike
mean, it
hates
wasn't
California.
terrible.
I hate
But I don't
it here.
understand the hype.
Mainly for the regulations.
So I got married in California, ironically.
So you don't leave the
Oh.
state, liar.
I mean, I've left the state, but I mean, like, I've never lived anywhere outside of the state. But that's funny because, in fact, we're going to be married 15 years, like in a week or something.
Wow, you got married at 15?
No, we're going to be married 15 years.
It was a compliment.
Oh, thank you. That's so nice. I just thought that. That was really good of you. Yeah.
My wife's
Like,
in a chat. I
I-
have to behave, you know.
I feel like I didn't know how old I was until recently. And then I started really started sinking in that I'm like going to be 35 here soon. And I was like, wow, okay, cool. That's it. What next?
40.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you for that. No,
Dan, the math
so-
guy.
I got married in North Lake Tahoe.
Well, 36 if you want to get technical.
Or South Lake Tahoe, sorry.
Oh,
South
really?
Lake.
I'm like 40 minutes from South Lake Tahoe.
So that's a cool part to live in then.
Yeah, it still sucks.
Okay.
It's just.
Fair enough.
I'm like really done with California, real
Then
bad.
move to
but it's-
Texas. Come hang out with us.
I'm not going to Texas.
Why not?
If when we move, it's going to be Montana. But it's I
Why
really
Montana?
I love it there.
It
I
was
just
like,
love
is there a specific reason, or is it just like? I mean, obviously, you joke about regulations.
I
so
don't.
maybe that's part of
I
it,
don't
but-
like the heat.
Okay.
I really don't like heat like
Yeah,
at
Texas
all. It gets
is not for you then.
no, it's not, and it gets like 115 here for like 2 weeks out of the year, so I can't really hang. It's
Oof.
not for me.
It
And
gets
then,
115 degrees in California.
Yeah, Northern California is
Really?
hot. Yes, it's not Tahoe weather for most of it. The majority
I mean,
of it
we
is
get
hot.
that, but like,
Reading,
Dang.
up in Reading, they get like 120 for like 2 to 3 weeks a year. It's
my
nuts.
God.
It gets really hot.
That's just too much.
But it's dry. Whatever.
Okay.
But it's a
see,
dry
we have
heat.
like 100% humidity 100%
yeah,
of
it's
the year.
I can't
That's
do
hard.
humidity. But
Yeah.
I like my dad's got a couple places in Montana. We go out there. I love it out
Okay.
there. My wife, we just love it out there. So
No, it's beautiful country. That's why I was like curious,
Yeah.
like what, you know, if there was a, like, are you hoping to get property and like have like a homestead kind of situation?
not a homestead, but yeah, I want
A homeless
You can see
Definitely.
Mike living
Stop-
off the
Stop
land.
agreeing with me on everything. Stop giving me ideas, Dan.
Mike of all trades.
Yeah,
Like, hey, I think that sounds like a good gig. You
Get
totally
off.
should, dude. You totally should.
Jeez.
No,
Mike in Montana. I feel like that would be a really good series.
Montana Mike.
Yes.
Or just change my name to Mike Montana, like Hannah Montana.
Yeah,
Just like
yeah.
an almost 40-year-old dude wearing home
like
Micah,
hear the-
Micah
The
Montana.
best of both
Micah
worlds.
Montana.
I hear like the jingle in my head right now, so I feel like you're gonna have to do it. We're there. I feel like that's what needs to happen.
What's this, Mike?
I don't know,
Micah
but
Montana.
I
Dance
feel
into the
like
theme
I
song.
don't know how you're not
Micah Montana.
popular on TikTok. Then you obviously have the dance moves.
Oh, he's dancing on
Yeah,
TikTok. That's
I'm
why he
I've
has,
never
a,
danced on TikTok. That's probably why I'm not doing.
he
well.
has an
Fun fact.
OnlyFans for a
Yep.
reason.
That's what I was gonna
Oh
Yeah.
say. He legit has
Yeah.
an OnlyFans.
He has an OnlyFans. With
No, he
fans.
doesn't.
No
Yes,
fans.
he
Oh my
does.
God.
He
Dude,
does have a fan.
but it's as a joke. If you go to
Okay.
onlyfans.com/coffee custom builds, it exists. But there's almost no nudes of me.
Almost no news.
There's almost none.
Almost.
There's almost none.
Well, they don't let you not
That
having
one
no
time.
content. So yeah.
Well,
I was trying to get through college. No, it was
no judgment. You got to do what you got to do, dude. I feel you. I mean, I can't say that I've ever done anything that exciting, but I
Before
you know,
brands,
I-
there was just people. That's who paid me.
dude, that's awesome. Oh my God, man, hasn't our world changed, right?
Yep.
been weird.
And nobody's noticed the Easter egg in the live
Yeah.
yet.
So what is? So I like are your 3D printers. I feel like we should talk about that.
Oh, thank you. Yes, that's
Oh,
two of my
We
four
talk about it every
printers.
week.
Yeah.
That's so cool. What do you do with them?
We're getting tired of it.
Like custom things. So like these are hose clips for like your Festool
Dude, that's dope.
hoses for the vacs.
Yeah.
So you can
They
clip
are nice.
clip the wires to them. So I'm printing a bunch
Dude,
of
that's
these.
pretty
and I
dope.
got a bunch of orders to fill.
I mean, my Merca has it inside the hose, but yeah.
And then I package it up and ship it.
Dude, that's really cool. I didn't know that you did that. Like, I feel like I'm learning new things right now.
Yeah, there's
Pete
that.
does a
and
lot of-
I literally have like a drawer
fancy.
full of like Makita and Milwaukee and DeWalt and other stuff. So I have.
Dude, that's awesome. I feel like I need to talk to you and order some stuff then, because like I feel like I need it.
Hit me up. I'm looking
Yeah,
for some
I'm
people to
always, like-
sponsor.
Do what?
I'm looking for people to sponsor.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Oh my God.
Actually,
People
I
that
got,
are better than Mike and I. We don't share his
you
stuff.
guys are already
Oh,
sponsored by Peacher's Workshop.
He sends us stuff and we're like, what are we supposed to do with Get out
Oh man, that stinks.
Mike actually uses most of it. Dan's like always like, yeah,
I use
send me
all of it.
some, and then he's like,
Never mind.
put these here.
Then he puts it in a pan and then boils
Just
the
boils it.
plastic down and renders it
Ben,
down
the
to a
rigid
plastic
ones are
block.
coming. Right now I'm working on Makita.
Oh my God. Dude, that's so crazy.
People
No,
pounding it for stuff.
the hose clamps for the wires are brilliant, but I switch out tools on that hose too much, and it would become
makes
a
Multiple
sense.
vacuums. Damn.
Yeah, I have like 4.
Oh, flex.
Oh, whoa.
Oof.
I was gonna flex with 2, but she got me beat.
I know,
So,
I got
my
two.
story though is different. Okay, so I have a Flex one, and then I just recently acquired a Merca dust extractor to go with my Merca sander. So my Flex one is reserved for like everything, right? And then my Merca is like my Merca sander. Okay, like it's a separate situation. And then I have like a good old fashioned shop vac, and then I have a cordless Makita shop vac, or yeah, like a dust extractor.
Oh, all right.
Cordless duster.
So I mean, well, and then I have my main dust extractor. So I guess there's technically 5.
Oof.
That's really bad.
No.
I need
Vacuums
to
are
get
like
a bigger
routers. You
dust
can never have
extractor,
enough.
though. Mike, I was talking to you about that not too long ago because you've got the Laguna ones. But I, you know what I just did? It's like a big deal. I just ordered a new planer from Laguna,
Which
the
one did you
new?
get?
the new 20-inch one. It's gonna come right around my birthday.
That's exciting.
I know.
I
was
finally
really,
saw one
it
in
feels
person.
like a big moment.
Oh, you
I
did.
finally saw one in person, and my fears have been assuaged about the rollers that come out. It looks really well engineered. I have the
I'm
20-inch,
sure.
the older model,
Right.
and when the new ones came out, Laguna sent the press release before it got out live to me. I saw that, so
Yeah.
we got to see that a little early, and I was like, "Ooh, those outfeed rollers don't look very strong," but no, they look really
Solid.
nice in person. It's going to be
Yeah,
a really
that
solid
didn't.
machine.
It crossed my mind that I was curious if they were going to be strong enough, but I kind of figured, given the size of the machine, that it would take like a lot for it to really cause a problem. Does that make sense?
My only concern was it extending out over time, it just going down, but it's adjustable.
Okay.
So
Well,
the
that
whole
makes, I mean, so that's like every other in-feed and out-feed table then,
Yeah.
right?
Kinda,
So
yeah.
I'd ordered the 20-inch, like the new one, the helical head. It should be a really dope situation. My poor DeWalt one is just really maxed out.
It's time. The 735, it can only do so much.
It's time. It's a great planer. Like I always say, like for the price point, you really cannot find a better value unless you find like a killer deal used. But it's time. And I honestly was tempted to get one of the jointers because some of those jointers, I really like that knee bar stop. I think that's genius.
Yeah, that thing's really cool. That's clutch.
That's
like that's
one, right?
really smart and like such.
Is that on their new ones? Their new.
That's on the new ones. Yeah, mine doesn't have that.
And they have like the toe kick was kind of different, which I think was kind of neat. Like that, you actually could put your foot under the machine, which is kind of useful for like, I mean, getting close. Because that's the only bad thing about having like a mobile base. People are always like, aren't those in your way? And I'm like, I mean, you just work around it. You know it's there, right? Like, I mean, we're adults here, you know?
Yeah.
That's why
it's not my first. It's
you
not my first joiner rodeo.
You have the Powermatic joiner, right?
I do, a little 6-inch one. So I bought that bad boy used. I love it. It's treated me so well. But yeah, sometimes I'm like, I need something bigger. But
that one doesn't have. Oh yeah, I'm watching a video. It doesn't have the mobile base. I like their table saw because the base is built into the frame.
Okay.
So if the wheel that you use for tilting it to 45, if you actually pull it out, it catches another set of gears, and you can actually raise and lower the wheels inside the base of the table saw.
Okay, so that's
on
really
the
cool.
PM.
I like that.
Yeah, that's on the PM 2000.
That's sick.
That's actually like one of my favorite features for at least for moving around.
See, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Did you guys see Rusty in the comments said that there's a new P-Flux coming this summer?
Okay, I was gonna say he told me earlier because I was inquiring about it.
I heard about that, but I didn't know if it was public.
Rusty said it's public now.
Okay, so that's good.
Yeah,
that's good. No, so when I do the big shop expansion, so that's coming here soon. Like literally I was finalizing lumber orders and the framer's going to be here. Basically it's going to take like 2 weeks to get the materials in. And then from there, like he can come like the week or two after. Right. So I'm like a month out at this point, probably from having an extra 450 square foot to my shop. And I'm so freaking excited.
Dang.
It's such a big moment for me.
Very jealous.
How long have you been in your shop? Or in your house and shop?
We've been in this house about 3.5 years.
Oh, okay.
And so the garage has really always been the shop because it's mine and like nobody met. Like we've never had a vehicle inside the garage. Like period. I mean, mad respect for people who do it, but like I just don't. And it's gone through so much change that it's like crazy to look back at early photos of it.
Yeah, I remember seeing any photos that I found of like my shop within the first year or two. First of all, they were dark as all hell because I had like
thank you
a light in there.
Aren't you like embarrassed a little by that? You're like, I don't want anybody to see it. It looks like a dungeon almost.
I'm currently working on pulling some footage and just photos from like beginning of my Instagram for a shop tour because I'm actually moving within hopefully a month and a half.
Oh my God, that's awesome!
Very exciting. So he's
coming to Nebraska.
Oh, not even close. Well, I'm moving close. Well, I'm moving closer. I'm moving 45 minutes west of where I am towards Nebraska, but still in New Jersey.
Going the right direction. I like it.
Slowly but surely. But yeah, just I've been trying to get some footage together and some pictures for like my history of the shop while I'm in there because I've never done a tour video, and I'm like looking at some of these pictures. I'm like, how was I doing anything? Like the fact that the yellow light bulb on my drill press was brighter than overhead lights. That's sad.
It's crazy to think about that stuff, right? Because like it's like when you go through some of the shop changes and you make these like big investments or you make these big design changes, it's always so overwhelming. And then you get through it and you can't really imagine how it was before almost, which is kind of like surreal because you're like, well, you were there. Like obviously it happened, but it's crazy. I mean, the shop expansion has been like a goal since we bought the house because the slab's been there this whole time. It's 24 by 22. So it's going to be.
That's big.
Yeah, it's going to be a moment. Like it's
attached to your current spot.
Yeah, so that's what's really
You're
cool.
expanding.
I have a 3-car garage, right? And then
That's
there's
sick.
a lip, like it goes up like 3 inches, and then there's a slab. It looked like they were going to make it like a mother-in-law suite, but like I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no, you got tools.
So you
But
have,
I also
you have
want your
full
mother-in-law
3
there?
bays right now?
Do what?
You have a full 3 bays right now to use?
Yeah, actually a
And
little
then you're
more
adding
because
to
I have a loft above my current shop.
Dang it.
That's like full height. Yeah, that like you can use for storage.
I'm excited to go into a 24 by 24 shoot.
Oh my God.
But
it's gonna be.
I'm in a 16 by 19 though right now, so it's like it's getting
Yeah,
really tight.
that's a big change, right? Like my old house had a 2-car garage, and I used to have to keep some stuff at like my dad's and what have you. So that was weird. And then now it's like, okay, I thought I would never really need more space than a 3-car garage, and I'm like, I can't move, I can't breathe. What am I gonna do? Like, I don't know. I do think about downgrading the size of my outfeed table, or I'm sorry, my fence on my table saw, because I've got a big 52-inch rip on my saw stop. And I always think it's so great until you get a Trax on, you realize
you don't need that.
Didn't need this. Yeah.
I feel like the 32 is like all you need once you have a track.
Yeah.
Especially if you get the 8-foot plus track or Jones
yeah,
Hill.
like it's like you reach a point, you're like, okay, well, this is like initially was great, but now I have track saws, like I don't need that.
People are asking about the cost of your shop edition. Can
Okay,
you give us a ballpark idea? Because like that's
I haven't quoted out electrical. So I already replaced the panel. I put a new panel in the shop that's on a separate panel. It's a sub panel to our main one. So I've already done that. So I'll have to have electrical run and lights, and I'm still working on windows and the French. I'm putting like a set of French doors between the old and the new, so that I can still get equipment out in and out, because I don't want any other exterior doors on it. But it's going to be like right now, it's probably 25, probably.
That's not bad. I was thinking the lumber alone is going to be 70.
Yeah.
So for the shop? No. Now, okay, so let me tell you, the 25 does not include the roof on it, and it does not include any of the interior finishing. So I'm doing all of that. So let's say after the roof and then like maybe supplies for the other stuff, it's probably closer to 35, I'm sure.
And do you have a relationship with your... Sorry, I feel like these are questions for the actual pod, but like, do you have a relationship with your lumberyard or the supplier?
No, so I thought of that. The hard part is everybody's dealing with like shortages and everything. It's like the weirdest time to start asking for stuff like that. So in my lumber yards that I use, like are like almost exclusive hardwood suppliers. Like they may have some sheet goods, but they're more like high-end sheet goods or whatever. So I'm going to have to, I'm just ordering it through a distributor. I mean, I wish I had time to get more quotes, because I feel like this particular one is still overpricing some of it, even compared to like say Lowe's or Home Depot. And you think when you're buying this much bulk, it would be at least a little cheaper. So I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to research that a little bit more, but it's the initial quote is like 11 grand just for the materials.
Well, hopefully the brands will fill the shop with stuff. So
that, or just, I mean, hey, I'd be happy if I can be like, hey, can I do installation? Or like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not really that hard on this stuff. Like, I just want to, and at this point it's hard because, I mean, you guys probably know, like when you're planning content out, I have a lot of other content I've got that I'm working with brands on, and other projects that I'm collaborating on. And so there's only so much you can take on in that regard. And so it's kind of like you have to pick and choose sometimes.
Yep.
What makes, you know what I mean? Like,
quick.
Yep.
It starts to overtake all your content, and then it's unenjoyable.
You're right.
Yeah,
and you know, we're going down some good content for the actual pod. Let's save that. Mike, do we want to do the questions real quick?
Sure.
Yeah,
I just got one in, so
because we're about like almost an hour in.
So we play them, but we don't answer them here. It's just more of a prep for when we get into the show where we actually answer them.
Okay.
So let me pull them.
So don't answer them yet. That's my
answer them yet.
Think about the answers. And then we'll have
let me pull them. We can think about them, and we're trying to weed out the
dumb ones.
The dumb ones. The crazies.
You guys should see my like hidden messages. Oh my god.
I think we could all do that, but sadly,
so
because
bad.
you're a female, you probably get really bad ones.
Somebody commented on one of my posts today saying they were looking for a sugar baby, and I was like,
I would love that.
No,
I mean, what are you gonna pay?
I almost responded with like, ew, that's disgusting. But then I was like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. But sometimes I'm just gross. Like,
pin it. That's what I do. Pin those comments.
Pin and
so gross.
Embarrass them.
It is gross. Let the crowd tear them apart.
Let the public destroy them.
Yeah. This next question is from. He's in the chat saying that his question's really dumb. So this should be great. Here we go.
Hey guys, Andrew from Smith Builds on Instagram. Got a question regarding organization around a dust collector.
So dumb.
Walked in Pete's footsteps and managed to get myself a PSI, or Penn State Industries dust collection system, which is crazy powerful and probably older than me. But My question is, would it be better to put that thing in the corner and then plumb pipe to various machines, or just use a single or double hose to connect to various machines? I've got a small shop space, less than half the size of a 2-car garage, and I tend to move the machines around on carts, and so I'm just looking for some ideas. The benefits of plumbing to multiple locations from one machine, or the benefits of having, say, a longer 4-inch flex hose that I can attach across the garage, sort of like how Pete does. And since you guys kind of have a mix of systems, I'm hoping you can give me an idea of what you think might work best. Thanks.
That's a good question.
Yeah, not
About
a
time,
time question
guys.
at all, Andrew.
59 episodes. We finally get good questions, you guys. Come on, step it up.
Dang
This
time.
next one's from Brendan. This next one's from Brendan. I'm just joking. They're always good. This next one's from Brendan Morrison. We haven't heard from Brendan in a long time.
Hey guys, Brendan here from Morrison Ton Woodworking. Question for you this week about outdoor projects and wood species selection for said outdoor projects. I have somebody looking for me to build them an outdoor table and benches. I was going to use thermally modified ash,
Nice.
but I've heard that it might be a little bit too brittle for that due to the baking process. But not sure if
420
that
joke.
is
I
still a
get
good
it.
choice, or if you guys would go with more of a mahogany or cedar, and or maybe even white oak, question mark. I've heard that that might be good for outdoor projects, and you just have to seal it properly. But yeah, just let me know what you guys would go to for wood species on outdoor projects. Thanks. Love the pod. Keep it up.
No, all right. Thanks, Brendan.
That was so
Next one.
nice.
They're great. This next one's from Jevin Cheney.
Okay.
Jevin
Pronounced
Cheney?
Jevin.
It's
It's
Javon.
Dick Cheney's
remember?
son.
Jevin Daney.
Well, hello there, Michael, Daniel, and Peter.
That's me.
Jevin Cheney from Cheney Concepts on the Big IG. My question for you all
Get his
is,
big boy voice on.
knowing what you do now about having a business or running the social media side of things, what is one or more things you wish you would have done differently?
Ooh, good question, Jevin.
Thanks, guys.
Ooh.
Definitely wouldn't have opened that OnlyFans. That was
Right.
all right. This next one's from Lee Oman.
That's so
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
man.
Hey guys, it's Lee at Regal Street Woodshop.
Hey, Lee.
I got a new table saw recently, so I was wondering, what's your favorite jig or attachment for your table saw?
That's what sled, baby.
Let's
Ooh.
want to hear what you guys got.
Actually, I
Lee
don't
got
really
himself a
trust
saw
this.
stop.
Yeah, and Lee's also
Atta
been doing
babe.
front-facing stories, and I'm really enjoying them. Thanks, Lee.
That's pretty
now?
cool.
We
Thanks,
talk about
Lee.
when people just point at stuff and whatever, and then eventually
Yeah,
they
I
He's
Graduate
graduate
actually
to
showing
like,
he's actually showing his face now.
"Hey guys, it's Lee." And
It's a nice impression, Pete.
Wow.
He's in
Thank
the
you
chat.
so much.
That's up.
Thank you so much for
Poor
calling in,
guy.
Lee.
I do
Right?
enjoy the
Exactly.
stories.
Pete will
Poor
lay
guy.
off.
He's coming over
All
to
right,
my
this-
house to do my electrical. He's a good guy.
Oh, okay. Well, then so he's used to your shit then. Sorry.
Yeah,
Am I
pretty
allowed to
much.
curse?
Yeah, I mean, it's a really moral gray
Borderline.
area.
Okay.
We don't care. You're fine. Do your thing. Be yourself. We're pretty sure it's okay on the YouTube. We won't get demonetized. In the
And then-
show,
Okay.
whatever.
And
We
the
Well,
have
and
a
it
really
wasn't
funny
that
beep
bad of a
sound.
word, right?
Last week,
Like,
No, it's
Dan
fine.
said the D word like 17 times in a row by accident.
Oh my god.
He had too much chili.
This is from Chilada. Sean Marks. Bud Light.
What's going on, guys? Sean, Maple
Ooh, that is some
Marks,
crisp audio,
on
Sean.
Instagram, and I had a question for Sarah. So, Sarah, you are a mother, a maker, and you pump out a ton of content. I myself, almost find it that I'm guilty when I go out into the shop. I feel guilty because I don't know if I've balanced my time well enough. So my question to you is, what do you do, if anything, tips and tricks wise, to kind of balance that time and make sure that, any individual thing that you're doing isn't sacrificed for the other? Any input you have would be greatly appreciated. And thanks, guys, for the great podcast. And Sarah, it was great to hear you on here. Appreciate it.
Fun fact: Sean Marks is also a mother.
That was a
That's
great
a good
question, Sean. Thanks, man.
though.
That
And
was
I
great.
feel like that's something nobody talks about. So that's actually a really good question.
Sean
good
actually has
question.
childbearing hips.
Oh my god.
Is that it?
That is it for the questions.
All
yeah.
of them. All right. Well, if
Sweet.
anyone on the chat has a question for Sarah, you guys got 10 minutes to get them to us.
I
Max.
feel like
Yeah.
I like how you just said my name.
Should I say different?
How did you say it?
Sarah?
That's like
He's Polish. Don't
It's
forget.
Polish
that's
plus
so
New Jersey.
cool.
Sarah.
I mean it like in a good way.
Sarah.
Like I'm like, dude, that was really cool. I don't know, it just sounded different. I like.
I
like
also
I've
it.
got a
say
question
Chamfer and
for
Quaffy.
Sarah. He sounds like Bernie Madoff.
Right? Yeah.
He's from the same region. Yeah, 'cause,
Sarah's on the show tonight.
I mean, I literally learned English in the worst place possible, New Jersey.
Oh my god, dude.
What did Emma say earlier? It's the Jersey of Nebraska or something.
Oh, we're moving to the
But it's
Nebraska
Jersey.
of New Jersey. Yeah.
What is that?
We're
I don't
moving,
know what that means exactly.
We're moving
It's
out
neither
of the
do
middle
I.
of nowhere. We're actually moving to a spot
Yeah,
where
it sounds unpleasant. I don't know why, but I feel like it is.
so we're
I feel
gonna
like I'm being
be-
attacked right now.
You are. Sit back and just take it. We're moving to a place where we have to drive 10 minutes to a store and about 20 minutes
Okay.
to a Home Depot or something else, and like 25 to a mall. So
Sounds
we're
terrible.
moving out in the
That's
country.
not that.
No, it's
bad.
not. But keep in
10
mind,
minutes to a store?
hang on.
How are you going to get by?
I live
How will you
in a
live?
location of a spot in New Jersey where I have not one, not two, but 4 Home Depots within 15 miles of my house. I have 3 Lowe's, 2 Costco's, like everything's here, and we're literally in like this
Yeah.
delta of main highways running through the area. So everything's around. It's gonna take
Okay.
some getting used to.
But
See,
think
it
of the
takes
quiet.
me like I have a Home Depot close, but like everything else is like 20 miles in either direction. Like, you know, like Lowe's doesn't have one in this location. Like it's 20 miles that way, 20 miles that way, 20 miles that way. But like, I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm just so like, you can't really walk anywhere in Texas, really. Like,
Well,
not
here's the thing, you can't
realistically,
walk
not
anywhere
even much
here. Like
walk,
you'll
right?
get hit by a car because there's no sidewalks in
oh,
half the town.
well, that's not the problem as much as it's just like there's no like it's too far. Like it's kind of wild.
Yeah, but it's
That's
gonna take some getting
crazy.
used to. But I'm looking forward to it. Peace and quiet. Because I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I have the windows open right now, and you can just hear traffic. I hate it.
You're not.
Oh
Gonna,
my
I
God.
mean, you're not going to
Somebody
miss it for a
said-
second, Pete.
No.
Sarah, talk about some of your stupid misogynistic comments you have received and your epic responses. I have a really funny story on that, so we'll have to get to that.
Let's.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll jam
I
that
want to hear that in the
into-
podcast.
Throw that in.
I'll jam that into the
questions,
podcast
yeah.
between Brendan and Jevon. Pete, for your notes.
Got
Because
it.
it's
I guess
really,
you don't
that's
need
a
it in
really
notes.
funny, like that's a good question, and I have a really good story for that. I almost need to like go back and reference the comments because I was like so shook by it.
Oh man,
Very
now
good.
I'm going to be all uncomfortable. It's going to be so creepy, huh?
No, I mean it
Okay,
was more like this one was more like.
Did you make the
when he
comments,
said
Mike?
misogynistic? It was a very misogynistic statement, and I was like, "Excuse me."
That's so gross.
I mean,
Did you get-
people. Yeah, I mean, the lewd stuff is annoying. This one was more like, "Oh my god."
All of it's
go back
gross.
to 1912. Like,
Yeah, it's like, get out of here.
Oh my god.
That's
Like,
not
you
a
just wanna
butter
roll your
churn
eyes.
or whatever.
Do
Yeah,
what?
people are stupid. That's not a butter churn. What are you doing with that drill or something?
I know.
Totally, like, it's totally idiot comments.
I cannot even tell you how many times somebody has been like, "You should make me a sandwich," and you're like,
What?
"Make
Oh.
yourself a sandwich." Like, I'm gonna teach
That's
you a
like
little something
6
right quick.
IQ put down.
Yeah,
so
don't you want to be
dumb.
like, "Oh wow, get back in the kitchen"? Yeah, I've never heard that one before. How interesting.
Get in the kitchen and make me a baby.
She renovated
Idiots.
it.
Yeah, exactly right. I'm like, anyway.
Yeah, she'll get in the kitchen. There'll be granite countertops and painted cabinets.
Yes, yeah, exactly. But don't you have to laugh because it's like I think I used to take it personal at one point, and now it's so ridiculous
Yeah,
that
you just have to
just
laugh. That's why I
like.
pin it.
And then Scott goes,
Yeah.
"What's your favorite sandwich?"
But
What
what is your
for
favorite?
me? What's my
Same guy who
favorite
asked about the
sandwich?
misogyny question
Yeah.
said, "But what is your favorite sandwich?"
Oh, that's a good question. You know what? Should I answer this one or wait?
You
know
can
what?
answer that.
That's
I was going
that's
to
a
answer.
pre-show
that.
question. Go for it.
So I'm a fan. Lately, I've been on a tuna kick, right?
Oh, man,
Which
I
is
love
kind
tuna
of like an
sandwiches.
up and down. I go through phases.
You
Talk
missed
my-
you
I
saw
love
it on the show
peanut
like
butter and
4 weeks
jelly.
ago.
And you know what? I even had a bologna sandwich recently, which I didn't eat for like 10 years. So like all of a sudden I
Does-
was like, this looks good.
Does your bologna have a last
turkey and
name?
Swiss is probably my favorite.
No. Okay.
Turkey and Swiss.
Turkey and Swiss. Good.
I love turkey and Swiss with a little bacon.
so
Ooh,
good.
baby.
Little
I like
spicy mustard.
peanut butter and pickles.
That's disgusting.
Oh, Sarah, important
You
follow-up.
are a gross
Was
person,
celery,
and I can't stand you saying that
was
right
celery,
now.
is celery or relish for the tuna sandwich?
Celery.
Okay. Okay.
With and hard boiled egg too. I'm weird about it.
Ooh, that sounds good. I'm out on the celery.
so
I don't like the
good.
relish though.
It's funny with tuna, right? Because like I feel like it's not something I like want if it was just in front of me, but like when I have a craving for it, I'm like, oh my God, tuna sounds so good. And then it's like
Yeah.
all I'll eat for like a month.
Sometimes I'll be at like at a restaurant and I'll be ordering a sandwich and I'll be like, "Ooh, a tuna melt," and then that's the only thing I can think about, and I have to order a tuna melt.
Ethnic tuna.
Yes, dude.
Dan, you want to tell her about the
She
ethnic
doesn't know the
sandwiches?
jokes. She doesn't know the ethnic sandwich jokes.
I don't know what happened.
There's
but I-
there's a restaurant right here in Omaha that's right down in downtown. So Mike came and visited me. Mike and Rusty from Macbeth Hardwood came and visited me. Last August?
Yeah, in
Right.
August.
And I picked them up from the airport, and we're driving back to my place. And there's this restaurant in downtown Omaha called Ethnic Sandwiches. That's
That's
just
the name.
That's the name of
But
it.
it's an old Italian sandwich place.
Yeah. And it's just, if you go in there, it's just run by white ladies, and you can get like Italian stuff or mashed potatoes and roast beef. Like,
What an odd title for a restaurant.
It's technically
it's been there.
ethnicity.
It's been there since 1977.
Like, don't you feel like sandwiches from around the world would be more appropriate, or like? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm
Well,
I
feeling
like
Omaha.
sandwiches from around the world way more than ethnic sandwich.
That's pretty
You want to
weird.
break it to these
It's got
old
some
ladies?
racist undertones.
So
I mean, yeah, I feel like like the word ethnic is a little sketch, right? Like, I don't know if I'd personally use
so
that. I mean,
both
good
of
for
these
her, I
guys are
guess.
coming to visit me next week. We're gonna put my CNC together if it ever arrives. Onefinity.
They're
Yep.
big listeners.
Yep. There goes that sponsorship. Anyways, that's where we're gonna go for lunch one day. Ethnic sandwiches.
Dude,
Well, we're going on
I want
Friday though, right?
pictures
Mac
or
and cheese Friday.
happen. I
We
want
can go to
pictures.
Mac
or
and Cheese
did-
Friday. Yeah.
Yeah. Emma was very
Somebody
excited.
said I'm Amish. No, I am not Amish. No.
She has internet.
But you know what? When I was in Missouri, I saw people in a horse and carriage and was told that it was Amish people. And I thought that was really dope. Because people think like in Texas that we ride around on horses. Like people have horses and there's horses close to me, but like I don't.
We've seen Texas
Right.
Ranger. Okay. We
True.
know they just walk right in through the city. Walker.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. Somebody said you have to do an IG live if you go.
Oh
You
yeah,
should.
we can do
I want
that.
an
We
IG
can do that.
live
we
on
will.
those ethnic sandwiches.
For sure.
Like I expect a message first to let me know so I can tune in.
It's real. Like holding a newspaper in
turning-
today's date.
Right, exactly. I want facts. Like there better not be any BS here. I will never forgive you for it.
Oh, it's a real deal,
Well, I
man.
mean, I will.
It's
But-
real. I was pretty shocked when I saw the sign. Coming from
That's
California,
so
that would not be
bold,
allowed
right?
here.
Like,
Not
I
be allowed
never
here.
even
So
thought
cool.
about it. It's been there since I was a
Right.
kid. And Mike pointed
See,
out,
that's
I'm
what's
like,
weird though, right? Because
Oh,
isn't
yeah.
there things that like in your like I don't
That's
want to
the
say
thing.
cultural because that's not the same thing, but like in your just
Regional?
like regional space, right? That like maybe isn't shady to you, like because it's something you've always seen, or like it's something that isn't disrespectful because it's always there. But then when you go somewhere else, it's like it's weird how that like kind of divide. Because like I see some stuff and I'm like, oh my God, that would never fly in Houston, right? Like never. And then it like flip side, I see it from the other side where I'm like, I wonder if that would be okay in like the Midwest. Probably
In
not.
Nebraska,
Or on the
it's
East
fine.
Coast. Probably not.
Nebraska.
What?
Like 2021 has not gotten to Nebraska yet.
That's
No.
so funny.
It's
That's
still
so
like
weird.
1995 here, I think.
I mean,
Hence
it
ethnic
is what it
sandwiches.
is.
I'm
Mike said
podcasting
turn
on Windows
with-
XP.
I feel like Mike, you should churn butter with a drill.
I think that'd be a great
do
live.
that.
That's a video, yeah.
I feel like that'd be a lot of fun. I'm not
That would
seeing
be
the
fun.
negative. Did you see Anna of all trades talk about she was doing like butter and cheese the other day? And I literally commented, I was like, hello, can you teach us how to make the butter? That's what I want to know.
Can you share, please?
I'm one of those that like,
Butter's crazy easy. Just get heavy whipping cream and put it in a food processor for like 2 minutes.
That's
I'm
cheating.
doing it.
That's
And
I
then
love
it
butter.
then it separates out
Butter
and
everywhere.
you have butter and whey.
Exhibit A. I also
Okay.
love butter.
I mean, when I was a kid, I went to one of those like places that you like churned the butter, right? But like they're not open anymore. So like it's a little change of the times here. But like it used to be like, you know, you went to the place and you had like the washboard, you learned how to use this. Yeah, anyway, I don't know what I'm talking
I
about.
think
have any of that
I think
here.
I'll make butter on an IG live tomorrow.
I feel like that would be really fun. I want to do
It's gonna be
it.
fire.
Let's
It'd
make
be
some
fine.
honey butter or something. Let's make it
Yeah,
cool.
it's easy.
I'm
We're
one of
gonna
those
have to-
weird people. My kids don't know that there's like such a thing as
Done.
artificial butter. They don't even know it exists.
Really.
Yeah, because like I've never cooked with
That's
it.
all my kids will eat.
But
Like, I made
like
just sticks.
I made
I
my
just
own
have, like-
butter. I go on like little kicks where I make my own butter, and I made my own butter like a couple years ago, and like
Yeah.
I had it out on the dinner table. It was nicely prepared and it looked great in the dish, and I'm eating it, and my family's eating country crock. I'm like, they're so supportive.
Oh my God.
Oof.
That's so sad. You know what? Country, let's be real though. When I was a kid, did y'all's parents ever use a country crock containers as like Tupperware?
I
for
still
a month?
do.
Dude,
Dan
stop
puts
it.
all of his Power Pro screws in there.
And he Dan, what's that sauce you use for like all your glues and stuff?
Freddy sauce.
Freddy's sauce.
What? How have I not seen this?
You guys know what Freddy's is, right?
No.
No?
I'm from
Freddy's
New
like
Jersey.
custard?
Yeah, Freddy's custard.
Oh my God,
you
those
can buy
freaking
their
Oreo sandwiches are so
Freddy
good.
fry sauce,
Okay.
and then when the bottle's gone, because my kids love the crap out of that stuff,
It's like,
I won't let
reuse
my
the
kids have
bottles. I reuse the bottle. Ooh.
Okay. See,
Sometimes.
Freddy's is a place, we have one like 5 minutes from our house or 8 minutes from our house. I'm the type that I'm like, I'll call my husband because he works most evenings and I'm like, hey, do you know what sounds really good? A chili cheese dog or a chili cheese fries. That's me and Freddy's. I just want the bad stuff, all the stuff with all the cholesterol, and there's no diet whatsoever, and I'm fine with it, and I eat it, and it's amazing.
Emma, deal. Sorry.
Emma's gonna make bread if the CNC. You know what? No, she'll make bread even if the CNC comes.
All right. Emma says if the CNC doesn't arrive, we're gonna make fresh bread and butter.
Well, I mean, that sounds pretty good. Are you excited about it? Is this your first CNC
My
experience?
first CNC. Well,
I
of
just
my
got
own.
mine a few months ago, and I feel like it was like a big moment for
Yeah,
me.
it's
What
his
brand
first
did you
time,
get?
and he invited 2 grown dudes to help him,
Well, I have an
Two grown bearded
I2R8.
dudes from the internet.
and my wife. My wife's coming too.
Well, that'll be fun. So I have an I2R8, and I really love it.
I was gonna ask you about that. How do you like it?
It's been phenomenal so far. I'm very impressed with it. Now, I feel like my biggest weakness is just getting more adept at the V-carve side of it, because it's just manipulating, and I'm getting better. So I feel like now that I'm finding more of a groove with it, like I've only had it for, I mean, I don't know, 4 months maybe? No, 6 months maybe. No, 5 months. 5 months. I got it in November, I think. So like it hasn't been that long. So I'm still really in the early phase of it. But now that I'm getting my feet wet with it and feel a little bit better, I feel like there's going to be a lot more fun stuff with it. Like
I want
I'm
to
having,
go see their factory. They're in Brooklyn. They're like an hour from me.
yeah, they are close to you. You
Yeah.
should reach out to them. They're really nice.
I tried. I'm gonna hit them up
Oh,
again.
okay.
Send them a little
Okay.
a video, and they liked it, and then no response.
But they didn't say anything.
I'm
Okay.
gonna hit them up again.
Guys,
No, I like mine though.
Yeah.
do you think it's time to do the show? I think it's time to do the show.
Let's do it.
to the show.
Fine.
My dog just came in, you guys. So if you
I
hear
feel like we could keep talking for hours and hours if
Good.
we don't make a stopping point.
I know
we
that's
need to
the
do the show.
problem.
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna wrap it up. So, guys, thanks for joining us.
Ready to wrap it up?
We'll see you
Ribbity
guys
wrap it.
next week at the regular time, but we're all gonna be in the same spot.
Oh yeah, next week we're gonna be. At
It's
your
Arbor
Dan's
Day!
house. Holy cow, that's crazy.
It's Arbor Day, guys. We're all
We're
gonna
at
be in
the big Arbor
Nebraska.
Day celebration.
We're gonna
in
have a big
Omaha.
circle jerk podcast. It's gonna be
Oh
fun.
my God.
Oh what?
Why, Dan?
I just
we
canceled
were on
my
a
flight.
high, and you took us a little lower.
Dude, that was funny.
What you said you were gonna? We had that clip last week of us doing this on the podcast. What happened to that?
It's clipped.
Oh, Dan doing miters with 2 flush cut sauce.
Oh, we were all doing it. Oh.
Dude.
It feels so dumb. Sorry, Sarah.
Ah.
Oh, hey, no, I'm catching up. I like awkward stories. That's where it's at.
Perfect.
Well,
You
then
fit
you're
right
gonna
in.
love this episode.
You're gonna love it. It only
guys.
gets worse.
Well, thanks for joining us. We will see you next
That
week.
needs
Make
to
sure to
be
check out
pushed.
Sarah on Instagram and anywhere else that they can check you out.
Yeah.
IG, main spot.
Me?
Yeah,
Oh, Tool Girls Garage. Sorry.
there you go. All right, guys, take
I
care.
was reading the comments. I feel like a bozo.
All good. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Love you a long time.